Mike redefined what it meant to be a knockout artist. In the world of boxing, few names evoke as much fear and excitement as Mike Tyson. Today, we relive every unforgettable moment, every crushing punch, and every iconic knockout that made Tyson a legend. 1985, Tyson vs. Hector Mercedes. In Tyson's pro debut, 18-year-old Tyson KO'd Mercedes in round 1, showcasing power that marked the beginning of his legendary career. This victory made Tyson the youngest heavyweight prospect to gain national attention in years. 1985, Tyson vs. Trent Singleton. Singleton fell twice in the first minute as Tyson's power overwhelmed him, ending the fight with a devastating knockout. This fight marked Tyson's third win in less than a month. 1985, Tyson vs. Don Halpin. Tyson KO'd Don Halpin in round 4, marking his first fight past round 1. His speed and power dominated despite Halpin's experience. This bout highlighted Tyson's ability to adapt to longer fights early in his career. 1985, Tyson vs. Ricardo Spain. Tyson KO'd undefeated Ricardo Spain in under 2 minutes, demonstrating his ferocity as Spain hit the canvas twice before defeat. This match solidified Tyson as a feared newcomer in the heavyweight division. 1985, Tyson vs. Michael Johnson. Michael Johnson's knockout in 39 seconds left a lasting impression, with Tyson even knocking out Johnson's tooth during the bout. The tooth reportedly flew into the audience, adding to Tyson's mystique. 1985, Tyson vs. Robert Coley. Tyson's quick left hook ended Coley's night in 37 seconds, cementing his reputation for lightning-fast knockouts. It was the 4th consecutive fight Tyson finished in under a minute. 1985, Tyson vs. Sterling Benjamin. Sterling Benjamin couldn't handle Tyson's onslaught, as Tyson secured another KO victory within 54 seconds of the first round. Tyson's ferocity left the crowd in awe of his explosive power. 1985, Tyson vs. Eddie Richardson. Eddie Richardson was floored with Tyson's first punch of the bout, lasting less than a minute in the ring. This fight was another example of Tyson's growing reputation for one-punch knockouts. 1985, Tyson vs. Conroy Nelson. Tyson's famed left hook felled Nelson in round 2, proving the power behind his signature punch that left Nelson spinning his gum shield. The fight demonstrated Tyson's precision and ability to end fights decisively. 1985, Tyson vs. Sammy Scaff. Tyson bloodied and KO'd Scaff in under 2 minutes, a fight remembered for Tyson's lethal combinations and speed. The fight showcased his ability to overpower much larger opponents. 1985, Tyson vs. Mark Young. Mark Young fell victim to Tyson's devastating right hook, a highlight of Tyson's record-breaking 15 fights in his debut year. Tyson fought 8 times in his first 2 months as a pro, an unprecedented pace. 1986, Tyson vs. David Jacko. Tyson knocked down Jacko 3 times in round 1, showing his dominance as Jacko couldn't survive Tyson's relentless power. Jacko later admitted he had never been hit harder in his career. 1986, Tyson vs. Mike Jamison. Mike Jamison became one of the few to go beyond 3 rounds, though Tyson's flurry in round 5 sealed his TKO victory. Tyson's stamina and precision were on full display in this bout. 1986, Tyson vs. Jesse Ferguson. Tyson's uppercut shattered Ferguson's nose in round 6, forcing the referee to stop the fight as blood poured. Ferguson later admitted he underestimated Tyson's speed and power. 1986, Tyson vs. Steve Zewski. Tyson's KO of Zewski in round 3 marked his 19th win, a relentless display of power that left Zewski unable to continue. Zewski called Tyson unstoppable in a post-fight interview. 1986, Tyson vs. Reggie Gross. Gross tried to trade punches but couldn't withstand Tyson's assault, succumbing to a KO in less than 3 minutes. Tyson's defense was as impressive as his offense, avoiding most of Gross's punches. 1986, Tyson vs. William Hosea. William Hosea lasted less than 2 minutes against Tyson, whose uppercut sent Hosea to the canvas for a decisive win. This fight marked Tyson's 10th first-round knockout in his career. 1986, Tyson vs. Lorenzo Boyd. Boyd, with a broken nose, couldn't make it past round 2 as Tyson's punches ended the bout spectacularly. Tyson's corner noted his tactical improvements during this fight. 1986. Tyson vs. Marvis Frazier. Frazier was demolished in 30 seconds by Tyson's uppercut, a record-setting knockout in Tyson's career. This win solidified Tyson's reputation as the most dangerous contender in the division. 1986. Tyson vs. Jose Ribalta. Ribalta lasted 10 rounds against Tyson, but 3 knockdowns sealed Tyson's reputation for unmatched endurance and power. This fight proved Tyson could maintain intensity in the later rounds. 1986. Tyson vs. Alfonso Ratliff. Ratliff was knocked down in round 2, unable to handle Tyson's speed and force, leading to a fast TKO victory. Tyson's win positioned him as the mandatory challenger for the heavyweight title. 1986. Tyson vs. Trevor Berbick. Tyson floored Berbick twice in round 2, becoming the youngest heavyweight champion in history at 20 years old. The fight became iconic for Berbick, stumbling multiple times after the final punch. 1987. Tyson vs. Pinklin Thomas. Pinklin Thomas endured until round 6 when Tyson's ferocious uppercuts secured another dramatic KO victory. Tyson's trainer described this win as a pivotal moment in his career. 1987. Tyson vs. Tyrell Biggs. Biggs was dropped in round 7 as Tyson's relentless pressure broke the Olympic champion's will and defense. Biggs needed 10 stitches after the fight due to Tyson's precise punches. 1988. Tyson vs. Larry Holmes. Holmes, a former champ, was KO'd in round 4, suffering the only knockout loss in his 75-fight career. Tyson later said defeating Holmes was a personal dream, honoring his idol, Muhammad Ali. 1988. Tyson vs. Tony Tubbs. Tubbs was stopped in round 2 as Tyson's flurry of hooks and uppercuts overwhelmed the former champion. Tyson dedicated this win to his late trainer, Cus D'Amato. 1988. Tyson vs. Michael Spinks. Spinks lasted 91 seconds, falling to Tyson's power in a historic KO that ended Spinks' undefeated career. This fight became one of the most watched boxing matches of all time. 1989. Tyson vs. Frank Bruno the Master. Bruno was stopped in round 5, though he briefly stunned Tyson in round 1, showcasing a fierce contest. Bruno called Tyson the hardest puncher he ever faced. 1989. Tyson vs. Carl Williams. Williams fell in the first round, unable to recover from Tyson's crushing hook that ended the bout abruptly. Tyson set a record for finishing the fight in just 93 seconds. 1990. Tyson vs. Alex Stewart. Stewart was down 3 times in round 1, succumbing to Tyson's unmatched speed and precision punches. Tyson later referred to this win as one of his most satisfying performances. 1991. Tyson vs. Donovan Ruddock-Wems. Tyson dropped Ruddock twice in their first encounter, winning via a 7th-round TKO in a brutal clash of power punchers. The fight was considered one of Tyson's most physically taxing bouts. 1995. Tyson vs. Peter McNeely. McNeely lasted just 89 seconds before his corner threw in the towel, marking Tyson's explosive return to the ring. Tyson's comeback fight drew millions of pay-per-view viewers. 1995. Tyson vs. Buster Mathis Jr. Mathis evaded Tyson for 3 rounds, but Tyson's uppercut landed perfectly, sealing the KO victory. This fight marked Tyson's return to knockout form after his prison sentence. 1996. Tyson vs. Frank Bruno II. Tyson regained the WBC title by stopping Bruno in round 3, delivering a barrage of punches to secure victory. Bruno retired from boxing after this fight, citing Tyson's dominance. 1996. Tyson vs. Bruce Seldon. Seldon was dropped twice in the first round, unable to weather Tyson's storm of punches in a brief encounter. The bout set the stage for Tyson's next highly anticipated fight with Holyfield. 1999. Tyson vs. Francois Botha. Botha outboxed Tyson until round 5, when a single right hand from Tyson ended the fight spectacularly. The knockout was named one of the year's best punches. 2000. Tyson vs. Julius Francis. Francis hit the canvas 5 times before Tyson secured a second-round KO in his dominant European debut. The fight attracted record crowds in Manchester, UK. 2000, Tyson vs. Lou Savarese. Savarese lasted only 38 seconds as Tyson's first punch set the tone for one of his fastest victories. Tyson was fined for controversial comments during the post-fight interview. 2001, Tyson vs. Brian Nielsen. Nielsen retired after 6 rounds, unable to endure Tyson's relentless combinations and power punches. This victory was Tyson's final win before facing Lennox Lewis. 2003, Tyson vs. Clifford Etienne. Etienne was floored in 49 seconds, marking Tyson's 23rd and final first-round KO in a storied career. Tyson wore a tattoo of Mao Zedong on his arm during this bout.